beautiful today.
You totally
What the
do.
fuck? I don't.
You
I mean, I know I'm beautiful,
you're
but like,
exuding like summer goddess energy for
funny.
sure.
This is like my power kimono.
Yeah. With your gorgeous necklaces.
Yeah. Feeling my vibe today. It gets you.
Look.
Fred. It was Frederick's fault. He spilled the coffee.
We're white guys. The only reason I bought this white tank top
Was to work that event.
was the event because I needed a white shirt.
I mean, it's really.
It's the only white shirt that made it through that night out of 3. The rest are being stain treated.
I still find it wildly inappropriate that they required you to buy a white shirt. Like,
Well, I think they just assumed people had white shirts.
well, I don't know why they would assume that. I mean, I do, but that's because I like them, but not everyone does.
I mean, I like a white shirt. I just can't keep a white shirt clean.
Fair. Okay, so fun story about when I'm eating at home. I'll like put an old lady napkin across my white shirt if that's what I'm wearing. I'm like, I gotta pretend.
Yeah.
Because I do genuinely love white clothes. But I never wore them as a kid because I don't think I was in a brain space to be able to pair them well.
Yeah.
I was constantly like spilling fucking ketchup on them or whatever.
Coffee.
Okay, well, that wasn't your fault. That was Fred's fault. You were just calmly holding coffee, living your best life. And Fred was just like, hey, let me bop your coffee cup.
Living his best puppy life.
Yes. Fred and white shirt. Don't.
That's okay. Me and white shirts also don't go together. Fred, me too. Fred.
I just noticed how pretty you're like.
Thanks.
Oh my God, they match her kimono so well. I don't call it cardigan. Like we're in 2005 wearing our like little cardies.
I do also love a cardigan.
I
No,
love a
okay.
long cardigan. I don't love a short cardigan
I love a
anymore.
short cardigan. But I did.
Oh,
So then
for
fine.
sure. I used to have a couple of like cropped cardigans.
Oh, yeah.
So that the like extra long tank top that like goes down to your hip. I'm trying to show the camera,
Yeah.
but it's behind a terrarium.
What I'm wearing right now. If I just pull it down.
Yeah.
But I don't. I don't pull them down. The
Not
layers,
all the way down so that they cover your butt and like
the ones that you used to wear under
your other shirt.
other shirt.
Yes.
The layering camis.
Oh, the layering cami. It was such a vibe.
It was such a vibe.
Okay. Well, beautiful human. Welcome to this episode. It's going to be a slumber party episode. Which I hope is as exciting for you guys as it is for us because we're just, I don't know, kind of doing like a catch up on like what we're doing now or focusing on now, but we're also going to do like a card pull for you guys. And maybe a card pull for each of us. And by card pull, I mean like tarot or an oracle deck if you're new to that. But if you're not, then you already knew what I meant.
Yeah.
So, official intro. Hi, beautiful humans. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Ashley. Welcome to Your Soul Welcome.
A podcast of belonging for humans exploring their deepest house.
Intro. It sounds good.
I love a like little snappy intro where it cuts like fast,
Clean.
oh, satisfying.
So good.
I'm into it.
Me too.
So for our slumber party episode, where are we at? What are we doing? What's like going on with our lives? Yeah. You want to start? You want to tell us a thing?
Yeah, I'll tell you a thing. I have a super fun summer job
Yeah.
that I've been super enjoying. I've been working as a camp host.
Such a good job for you.
It is so much fun. been great. I've been able to work outside, and we hosted a wedding out at the campground one day, and I just got to like be around all of this love, beautiful people celebrating a beautiful wedding out in beautiful nature.
Sounds like a lot of fucking movie.
It was so amazing. It was so great.
So how is that like filling your bucket?
Um,
The international symbol for bucket filling.
I love that. It's just been really great. It's so peaceful to be out of the campground because it is a little bit out of the city. So like there is a lot less hustle and bustle, noise. Like there's so much less
Like instant peace, instant
noise.
gentleness.
Yes, so much. And I get to drive around the golf cart and deliver like firewood and bags of ice and just check on people and make sure that they're having fun. And
That sounds like such a good job for you.
it is. It's so much fun. I super love it. It's been so great.
Because you basically just get to like take care of people and like hype up their experience.
Yes.
Which
So fun.
I feel that for you.
So great. And we've been doing movies on the weekends out at the campground. And so I've been like having a lot of fun doing the like chalkboard signs for the movies. This last weekend they did a Jurassic Park. And so like
That had to be so cool.
it
like
was fun. It was
surrounded by trees watching Jurassic Park.
was so much fun. And I got to on the chalkboard sign I made like a the Jurassic Park logo kind of like the
Oh, you didn't send me a
Velociraptor.
picture.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally will because it looks so good.
Okay.
It looks so good. It's such a
Mm.
good. But
And
it was
fucking sure
it was cute. So like I just got to sit out there and like make the sign and then like get in the little ticket booth with all the lights flashing and it's fun. And then in the background, like they had it all set up. So like just the intro of Jurassic Park just kept playing over and over again. And
Yeah.
that awesome sound system. And like you're just surrounded by all the trees and like the lights are
Oh my god.
like the sun was setting and it was getting dark and the bonfires just started glowing. And I mean, it was so incredible. It's like such an amazing experience. I'm like, how is this my life? Like this is
I love that so much.
yeah, it's so much fun.
I feel like anytime you can listen to the music of John Williams out in
Yeah.
nature, it's gonna be a fucking vibe.
Yeah, it was good. And I got to take my daughter with me
Yeah.
this last time. And she, well, almost 13. And she hadn't, I don't think, seen all of Jurassic Park. And she got to watch
Oh.
a lot of the movie out in like the trees, right? So you're watching this happen. And I love that. Watching her like with all of the jump scares in the like original movie. She was just, but she had so much.
Oh
It
my
was great.
gosh. When those memes ask you if you could go back in time, what would you do? Maybe rewatch Jurassic Park all over again
Yeah.
for the first
For the
time.
first time.
Because it's such a vibe. I guess
Yeah.
I couldn't because I'd be going back in time, but like, but that's
That's
fine.
okay.
If I could, I would.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that would be a grand time.
Well, I feel like watching it out on that screen in nature, like I felt like, yes, I've seen the movie, but I've never seen it on that scale in nature.
Like
right?
in the trees.
Yeah.
Like a velociraptor could fucking sneak up behind you
Yeah.
at any fucking
And there's like kids running around. Like there's kids running around, but they're not noisy. Like the sound system is so good and like
well, because it's got surround sound, as you said,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
From all
all around. And there's like campfires and there's trees and it's just like it was just
It's
so-
magical.
yeah.
I love that for you.
I did this
Yeah,
weekend
you-
isn't
Woo!
sorry, Fred. Fred had a little stretch. Made my neck go a little round.
He does. Fine. He's so good. He's learning the podcast life. Well, and he and Rose weren't playing this morning. I was like, I know the key to a successful podcast filming is them being crazy in the morning. Like just
Right.
doing zoomies up and down the
Yes.
hall and like
Getting all that
wrestling on the couch.
energy out.
So I was like, you guys need to play. Go play. Go play. Luckily, they started it on their own because otherwise my backup plan was to blow on Rose's head.
Oh, is that a trick?
If you blow on the top of her head, she's like, it's time for fuckery.
Oh, I'm so glad I know this trick now.
Yeah, I'll only use it if you're prepared.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Fred's is making whale noises. If you make whale noises, he'll just think that the party has fucking started and I'm here for it.
I love it.
But only do that if you're prepared to have a full body Fred in your face. Like literally, he will try and climb you. And by try to climb you, I mean full body jump at you with no plan on how to land. So you have to figure out how it's gonna go in a millisecond.
So full noodle Fred coming in.
Full noodle Fred.
Cute.
So those were my backup plans, but luckily they played on their own. And so now they're both sleeping like we little cutie pie. Just resting. I was fine. Having to live the hyper restful life the last few days.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I don't know what my body needed or what changed, or if she's just like sensing the new moon coming. But she's seriously downshifted my body. So Friday I had to cancel plans with my sister and my cousin, tragically, because I just was white. What happened? I burst into tears over something real tiny. I don't remember what it was.
Was Friday karma?
Yeah, Friday was karma.
Okay.
And I was already tired on Friday because my allergies were acting up.
Yes, I do remember that.
When she says was Friday karma, we have a like women's circle that I lead now at Karma Coffee, our sponsor. And look, what good timing.
Karma's
Karma Coffee.
Put a little curry.
Hey, we're drinking the Miracle blend today.
Oh, delicious.
It really is. Miraculously delicious. What is that? It's for with the bunny. Yeah.
Oh no, tricks.
Yes. What is it? Magically delicious. No, maybe it's Lucky Charm. Magically delicious.
They're magically delicious. Heart, stars, horseshoe, clovers, and blue ribbon. Pots of gold and rainbows, and the red balloons. They're magically delicious.
Not sponsored by Lucky Charm or Trick. You would so be open to a sponsorship from Lucky Charms, wouldn't you? Well, because you just bought the marshmallows, didn't you?
I don't know if you know this about me, but you know that question that goes around every like get to know you. If you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would? Mine is cereal, breakfast, cold breakfast. But I don't ever choose one because then I have options.
Well, yes. You gotta go with like a category.
Yeah, because sometimes you need the raisin.
I mean, for your whole system, sometimes the raisin bran is necessary.
But
you gotta get the fiber. And if you're not watching it, I'm making a very fibrous gesture.
Describe that. Flow, isn't that? To get things flowing. Moving.
Yes. To
down the pipeline.
Live your life Jamie Lee Curtis style. Sometimes you just need fiber.
Yes. But breakfast.
Love that for you.
That's what we ate for dinner last night. Yeah.
Cute. I love a breakfast for dinner vibe.
Yeah. But anyways, magically delicious.
Oh yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, how I needed to like engage in rest lately. Yeah. Saturday, regardless of whether my body needed to rest, I needed to like go do some landscaping stuff for cat. So I put on my pants and shorts because it was humidity.
Yeah.
And then we delivered some rocks and we planted flowers, and we just got a whole beautiful situation going on, new landscaping. So, yes. And then Sunday, it was such
Sunday.
it was overcast the whole day.
Yeah.
It rained a little early in the morning. We went out for brunch and then we came home and we sat by the campfire for 9 hours.
Beautiful.
Not hyperbole, legitimately 9 hours. And it was magic. I felt like forest fairy. And also I was listening to audiobooks, so like that kept it a little water, you know. Amongst forest fairies.
Was it a forest fairy book?
It was called The House Witch. So yes, forest fairy adjacent for sure.
That's a lovely book.
It's pretty cute. I just finished the first one and downloaded the second one.
Are you listening to them or reading?
I am listening to it.
I need to. I think I need to bite the bullet. Audible.
I mean, or I've heard that the Libby app is really good. To get library. Oh, well then, yeah, go for it.
What's fine? What are you even doing?
The only reason why I'm still on Audible is because I paid for a fuckload of credits without using them. And if you leave Audible, they take all of your credits away. So I was like, well, I need to use all of the money that I had already paid Jeff Bezos before.
Yeah,
cut ties.
That's right.
Like, I'm not just giving Jeff Bezos money for no reason. He's got enough.
You use that.
And I don't think that he's the most ethical person. So he doesn't need more of my money. Now, ask me if I've given him more money in the interim in trying to use my credit, because I have. So then did I really win?
Don't think too hard about it. Just enjoy your audience. How about that?
But I have to think hard about it because I want to like live consciously and I want to live a life of integrity. And these are the things that I think about. But this is also the reason why we quit Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So for sure, I feel at least good about that. Look, guys, living your life the way your best self would live life comes in steps. It does not come all at once.
No.
So quit Amazon Prime, didn't quit Audible. Will be quitting soon because I only have 2 credits left to use. So I might as well just finish buying like the apps with books. And then peace out. Oh my God.
You're so close.
Oh, close.
So we'll get you hooked up with Libby.
Well, I tried to get on Libby and I don't know where the library card is.
Okay. Well, we can figure that out.
I know you have to go in. You can't just.
Well, I can help you with that. I'll help you with that. And Zoe can also
look for the Back Pocket Besties Club, also, which you should totally join because it's really fun. Yes. We'll go on an adventure to the library.
I love that.
So in the Back Pocket Besties Club, we do ride-along adventures. So you get to like do life with us in real fucking life.
Yeah.
Are they stellarly filmed? Probably not, because it's just me and my iPhone walking around.
We did have a helper last time.
That's true. Lily got some rad shots of us last time.
Lily, my 12 almost 13-year-old, was our videographer.
It was so beautiful.
She was quite the help.
Yes. So that one should be going up on the Back Pocket Besties Club soon. I need to edit it. Well, you need to finish filming a section. Right. And then it'll be up. But I did just post another ride-along adventure about my husband and I putting in some apple trees in our backyard. So, yes. So when you join the Back Pocket Besties Club, you get content like that. So additional content of hanging out with us. You will also receive a free month of happy snail mail. Yes. I don't know why I keep adding happy to it.
Because it's that.
Well, it's the vibe. And then you will also receive access to a mini retreat from Braveheart Open Mind, my business. Hers is Fable Designs by Ashley. That's where the snail mail comes from. So you will get Unearthing Secrets of Your Soul Self as a mini retreat for you. And then I just added this last night and I haven't even told Ashley. So like, here you go. I added Braveheart Open Mind self-love course. The art of being comfortably well. Self-love for your inner magic. And I'm really excited because I know that, well, here's why I did it. insight into Kayla's brain. The episode 2 weeks ago for you guys. Episode 13. We'll call it that for sure. Episode 13, I mixed up what I was saying about what people would get if they share the podcast 3 times.
Okay.
I said 2 different things. And then one of the things that I said was Unearthing Secrets of Your Soul Self, which is for the Back Pocket Besties Club. And I was like, well, I'll give them something else that's super exclusive just in case that like made somebody sad.
Okay.
I just wanted to like, I don't know, act with the most integrity that I could so that I wasn't like promising exclusive content over here, but then like, oh, by the way, I'll just give it away to other people. So I wanted to make sure that everyone felt like the Back Pocket Besties Club was like a really good value. And I love the art of being comfortably weird.
Yes. And also Kayla's playlists for the art of being comfortably weird are my favorite of the playlist.
It's a little yay. I'm so glad you love them.
I do. I so do. I do.
I mean, I do have pretty bomb playlists.
For real.
Well, because I love a good fucking playlist. I have since I was putting them on cassette.
Yes.
Oh my God, I sound old as shit.
I remember doing that. Waiting by the radio. Waiting for your song.
And then being devastated that the fucking DJ is talking through the beginning. I'm like, shut the F up. I'm trying to make my best list over here.
Yes.
Don't you know that I'm hitting record right now?
Yes.
Bah.
Yes.
Also, much love to all the DJs out there. It's not your fault. I just 12-year-old Kayla didn't have very good emotional regulating skill.
Oh man.
So there's that. But back to the thingy that I was talking about. In episode 13, we announced that if you guys share the podcast in 3 ways, it could be a text message to one of your really good friends. It could be sharing it on Instagram. It could be sharing it
on the face place.
That's Facebook. Wherever you want to share the podcast 3 times, take a screenshot of where you've done that and email it to yoursoulwelcome@gmail.com. And you will automatically get a mini retreat from Braveheart Open Mind. It's called Enter into the Abyss. Like the abyss of bliss. Like just fucking endless. And you will also get a downloadable PDF of one of Ashley's beautiful designs from Fable Designs as a coloring sheet. So, and that's not you'll be entered to win. That is you will receive. We will reply to the email with the links and you'll just get those things.
Yep.
Because winning things is cool,
but getting free shit is even cooler.
Well, and this way everybody wins. Because you get a taste of what Braveheart Open Minds can offer for you. You get a taste of Fable Designed by Ashley. Because with Ashley's snail mail, which you'll get when you join the Back Pocket Besties Club, she sends out like little coloring bookmarks. So the coloring PDF is a really good taste of what you can get when you sign up for her snail mail.
With the snail mail, you also get a die cut sticker.
Oh yeah, there's more with the snail mail than just the bookmark.
But yeah.
And yeah, so there's that. So that is still going on. We should probably pick an expiration date for that. Maybe. I don't know. We'll talk about that. You will be the first to know if we decide to put an expiration date on that. Because maybe we don't. Maybe we just hit reply. I don't know. That's only sustainable for so long.
Maybe like summertime.
Well, I mostly meant like volume because we're convinced that this podcast is going to blow up. Because we are doing good shit with you guys. Doing life together with you is so good. Like it's... Oh, is he bobbling your mind?
Yes, he's just having his best little nap.
So cute.
But doing life together with you, it's
magic.
It is.
We are creating fucking magic here in this community together. And we couldn't do it without you. I mean, we could, but like the magic would be smaller. It would be
Yes.
two-person magic.
Right.
And with you guys listening and commenting and joining the Back Pocket
Yes.
Besties Club and sharing, like, the magic gets to fucking grow. It
Yes.
really is that beautiful ripple effect. And so this is going to blow up. And at some point, we're not going to have time to reply to everybody's email. But maybe that's when we like hire a communications person. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. We're dreaming big, y'all.
We're dreaming.
So, and you guys get to dream big too, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
Because we are dreaming big and we're dreaming big publicly, you guys get to see that it's okay to fucking dream big and go after it and be your best self. Be your version of comfortably weird. Be your version of welcoming other people to weird, you know? Because when you get to be 100% your full self, you get to show other people that it's okay for them to be their 100% full self.
Yes, and you can sing the bonds at the pool.
Okay, well, now you're going to have to tell us what? Because that doesn't make any sense if you don't know. And they don't know.
They don't know. But you know.
But this is not just for me.
True. So, let me set the stage.
Ashley's looking hot as fuck at the local pool. Go on.
Thank you so much.
I need a intro.
Took my kids to the local women hole.
Wow, looking this back.
It was busy. Lots of local nannies and dads and tons of teenage children who I have educated and who are friends with my teenage children. And starts coming over. We Caroline. Ba, ba, ba. Okay, right? Because that's what you do when Sweet Caroline comes on the radio.
That is what you fucking do.
So I did it. And no one else in the whole expanse of this tragic. And my daughter, who's in here, because I got after I I'm pretty sure she. And so I was just like, not really. Yeah, I totally was. And
so you texted me.
I did. I texted Kayla.
Video evidence that no one else was but buying. And I was like, Ashley, you got to but for everyone else. Because you're just surrounded by people who are too afraid to like let their joy be expressed in public. And because I don't know a single human who is mad about singing but. They're just you know? Well, because people don't feel like they can be themselves sometimes. And you have described your neighborhood as not necessarily being the most welcome of odd, I'm making air quotes if you're listening and not watching, personalities.
It is very. Here's the thing. The pool itself is not in the most affluent part of the neighborhood. But the neighborhood itself has grown. And the community itself is quite.
It has skewed more affluent.
Yeah, but we live in the old part of town. Which is where the pool is. With a lot of like the old people and the townies and like. This town is. Yeah, the people whose parents live up the street and then they bought the house down the street from their parents. Which is the case where I currently reside. But nobody was bye. And I was.
So I replied to her text, like, you got a but, so that everyone else knows that it's okay and safe. And beautiful and celebratory
Yeah.
to blah, blah, blah. Like, it's a ripple effect. The more you let yourself be your whole self, the more people around you see that it's safe and okay to be their whole self, which means that people around them, I don't know why
I liked it.
really
Yeah,
good.
it sounded good. It was good. Felt good.
Like, it literally just ripples out from here, person to person to person. And it exponentially makes the world a better place. Because you know what happens when you feel safe to be your full self? You stop being a fucking repressed dick.
Yeah.
And I'm not calling everyone who's not being themselves a fucking repressed dick. But like, there are many. And I think that that is a breeding ground for hatred and bigotry and being mean and cruel. So the more that you can exude your next level of authenticity, because again, it does not happen all at once. I didn't bring out of the womb like, well, I mean, I guess like babies do. Babies just live their best lives.
Yeah, they do.
Until babies get told, oh, don't cry, everything's okay. Like, which is
quiet.
well intentioned, but it teaches you to get disconnected from your emotions. And when you've been told over and over again that your emotions should be ignored or quieter or put away for a later time, the more you learn to be less and less authentic, less and less yourself. And so, just like layer by layer, kids learn to be less themselves, layer by layer, you get to learn to be more yourself.
Yeah.
And that it has a fucking impact. And I think it's rad as shit because you guys are here listening to this, because you guys are working on yourselves, you're creating the magic. We're doing this together. We are doing life together. High five. Little girl. I feel like I'm like ready for fucking game day. Okay, cool. I don't know why I went all football player on it, but like, that's how I feel. I feel that like full body excitement, that full body like, yeah, let's do it. Like, I like my clothes too much to rip my shirt off.
Yeah, they're cute.
It's going on the internet, so
Cute.
this is not OnlyFans.
I'm not going to rip mine off either, just because I don't want my boobs hanging out on the internet today. Maybe a different day, but not today.
Well, maybe in the back pocket, Bestie Slip.
Maybe.
And as far as you go full nude, you guys, that's probably a little much.
No, I mean, I have a bra on, but
you can tie.
I know.
They're very. Mine are very, well, shaped in a different direction. I mean, there's a difference between underwire and not. And your girl doesn't do underwire anymore because I love my body too much to put underwire on it.
My boobs are too big.
We have the same size of boobs. Girls. But like the joy that my belly feels not having underwire digging into the top of my belly fucking constantly.
Brain just digging into my ribs.
I know. It's terrible. I feel hideous. I have unsubscribed from that lifestyle.
I don't notice until the end of the day when I like take it off and then like it's all red and like stuff, and then I rub on it and I'm like, oh,
I know. Commit to no underwire for a couple of months and then put an underwire bra on and you will be like, what the fuck was I thinking? Because that's what happened to me.
I do. I wear not underwire probably 70 to 80% of the time. And then when I have like a shirt that's tighter like this one or something.
No, or stop calling them real. My husband made me stop calling underwire bras real bras. He was like, no, make the new ones real. And I was like, oh my God, he supported this shit. It's just, I don't know what I did in his life to like,
you exist. Stop saying those words.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wore it.
Yeah.
He's so good.
And so are you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what he tells me.
Yay.
Every couple of months, I find a new layer to my worthiness. Clearly, that is my next layer to work on.
All about layers.
Like another
All about layers.
Layers. If you're listening, I'm zhuzhing my kimono, making a layers joke that you can't see. Sorry.
Like an ogre or an.
Yes. It's for sure.
We watch a lot of.
I get that.
Shrek the Musical. Extras.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Hardcore climbed on the Shrek train. I mean, I shop. I saw the first Shrek movie and the second one. And then I pieced out because there were more, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want those.
They're all right. First two are.
I remember liking the gingerbread cookie, but I don't know
Yeah.
if present is to like that. Because there are some things now that I watch back and I'm like, does not jive with my new worldview. Goodbye.
I like it.
Yeah.
I do. I still like it. The musical is really tough. Yeah. Don't get.
Yeah. None. No,
I'm
we'll
so sorry.
stop trying
I'm
that.
so sorry.
We apologize.
Yep.
You had to witness that with your ear holes or eyeballs.
Sorry.
Sorry.
What is your, if you watch a movie at a supper party, what is your movie of choice?
Oh, well, Clueless immediately popped into my head.
Okay.
I also have not rewatched that, so I don't know how it holds up.
I feel like I've only ever seen bits and pieces of it, like on television.
I'm sorry, you've never seen the full experience of Clueless?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I fucking loved it when I was a kid.
Oh, good.
My sister and I watched Clueless 90,000 million times.
I love that.
Again, I would want to rewatch it before I
Recommended it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because you guys know some shit doesn't age well.
No.
Things that you once thought were acceptable in 2023, when this is being recorded, are no longer acceptable.
As the youth would say.
Yes. Things get cringe with new perspectives because when you know better, you do better. And the more you become more your most authentic self as an adult, sometimes you squint at what sweet protecting yourself you used to let happen to you.
Yeah. Ew.
From a movie perspective and from I was in an abusive relationship perspective, right? Just, you know better, you do better, and you have better boundaries.
Yes. We were literally on the way driving here, and there was a song that came on the radio, and I was like, I used to really like this song, and now the song is just a bunch of red flags. And as the lyrics were happening, I was like, red flag, red flag, red flag.
Don't get fucking started on the Twilight series, because that is red flag after red flag after red flag.
Yes. Yeah.
I ranted about this out of the fire pit to Carrie because he was like, I don't even know what Twilight is. And you played me why you hate it so much now.
Really read it. And we watched the movie. And
we
had so much conversation about it.
I bet, because it's awful.
Yeah, so bad. So bad.
Just from a boundaries perspective, every boundary Bella tries to set, Edward breaks.
Well,
he's controlling. He doesn't.
So she was in such a place of where she needed so much love for herself.
Yeah.
That she was in. She was just
not emotionally prepared for a relationship
at all.
And it just is gross because they also bring the love triangle of Edward, Bella, and Jacob into things.
Yes.
And
that was handled so poorly.
Literally, the storyline says, don't choose the guy who treats you right and defends your boundaries and right to independence. the guy who controls you and is mean to you and is hot and cold and dramatic about everything.
And go
Fuck that.
and go be nearly suicidal and reckless.
Yeah. No.
To get
that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I hate Twilight.
And it is that, and there's a whole another issue of racism.
Yes. But like from a perspective of a person who has been in an abusive relationship, nothing grooms you for that like fucking Twilight.
Yeah. Yes.
Fuck
yes.
that shit.
And then I read
it is abusive grooming.
Yes. And I didn't know that at the time. And then I just consumed it.
Right.
And obsessed over it. And then fell into the fanfic.
Right.
Right.
I did not fall into the fanfic.
Oh, wow.
I did see how it was further. No. You deserve a warm and gentle relationship with a man who's going to remind you to be kind to yourself and loving to yourself. Like I somehow managed to obtain for myself and Carrie Cameron Clark. Like,
or any person, not just a man, any person.
Oh, yes. So sorry. I was speaking from my perspective, which I am in a heterosexual marriage. But I certainly think that I am pansexual. I just did not allow myself to explore that avenue.
I am deaf.
I'm really so proud of myself that I remember to call it pansexual instead of bisexual, which I know to most people is like, of course you should, lady. It was hard to switch my mindset. But like hard things are worth it.
Yeah.
Gender is not a binary. I'm not here for that. So there's that. Anyway, you deserve a warm, loving relationship with a human who is going to care for you and care for you caring for you. Like if they're not cheering you on, then they're holding you back. And that is unnecessary and you deserve better. So that's that on that as ladies and tangents.
I like yes. Okay, anyway, so Clueless.
Oh, yes. I think I would recommend Clueless, but I don't know without rewatching it.
Okay.
Because I mean there's definitely some cringy things, what with like her falling in love with an older man and is that appropriate? And like how old is Josh in that movie really? Like
I don't even know the word for it.
Oh well he's like about to love interest / stepbrother. And he worked for her father. Paul Rudd.
Oh, I like Paul.
National treasure, Paul Rudd. Yeah. Well, national treasure until I hope he doesn't do anything stupid because I really like Paul Rudd.
I really like Paul Rudd.
And Ryan Reynolds. Both of them.
He's not a national treasure. He's Canadian.
International treasure.
There you go.
So I really hope that they continue to be like the people that I perceive them to be, but like also they're gonna live their own life. So
Ryan
I
Reynolds
control over that.
And his marriage to Blake Lively.
Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
I just love
that word. Yes. So there are already some questionable things that just from what I remember from the movie I'm open to watching it.
I can't remember the name of the movie that I would pick, but it's the movie where teen girl goes somewhere and there's magic.
More specific.
And then at some point there's the little song.
I know nothing about what you're talking about. That could be so many.
Oh, Teen Witch. Done.
Oh, I've never seen that. Happy to watch it. Comment below, you guys, if you want to do like an online watch party, Teen Witch, or Clueless, or whatever, or anything. Comment below how you want to hang out with us.
Virtual slumber party.
Because we know how we want to hang out with you, and we're open to feedback. It really won. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, I was exploring my human design a little bit more yesterday. And as a manifester, fun fact, I'm not supposed to ask my audience questions. And that really weirded me out because I, as like a coach, as a certified trained coach, so much of coaching is asking questions, which is a different purpose because you're trying to get them to realize something
Right.
with the question. But then it's thrown how I communicate with people into a deeper level of examining because I always feel like I'm extending an invitation when I ask a question.
Yes.
But this woman was saying that it undermines my like leadership and my full steam ahead, like enthusiasm, or it could if I let it, I guess.
If you let it. There's the key. There's the key. Because I feel like the way that you ask questions is very, very
Trained.
right? No, but like it's very from a place of direction, guidance. Like you are, it is very, like they are very purpose questions.
Yeah.
Like they are not just like, well, how's it going?
I think maybe she's talking about asking questions that will inform my action, such as when I say, let me know if you guys want a slumber party, that could dictate whether or not we do a virtual slumber party. If we hear crickets, right?
Right.
That could dictate whether or
Okay.
not we act.
Right.
Whereas a manifester is supposed to initiate. Like when I have an idea that I feel is for me,
Yes.
I'm not supposed to ask permission. I'm not supposed to ask for input. I'm just supposed to fucking do it.
Yes.
And to be honest, that feels correct for me.
Yeah.
Because when I would ask people for advice, so many times they would yuck my yum.
Yeah.
Not from a place of meanness, but from a place of caring, of like, well, I don't want you to get hurt. I want you to do the best job that you can. I want you to I want to help you be your best self. But like at some point, they don't know how my best self.
Right.
I know how
Right.
to be my best self. And that was a powerful thing.
Yeah, well, that's
I know how to be my best self.
you do.
You guys, I've been working a little bit with self-trust lately, and I've started adding into my mirror work. I trust myself in all ways, always. I don't know that sentence would have come out of my mouth like 4 days ago.
No,
I don't
like
think
it's
it
like
would have.
that for me. That's a hard one. Like that's the hard. Trust me.
Oh, and it was easy in some contexts and hard in others, and now I am. Well, happy. Oh, God. Oh, I don't know what the camera caught. Really don't. I'm working to expand that definition of self-trust from little things into every fucking. I know what's right for me. I know what is correct for me. I don't need to wait to respond to anything. I don't need to wait for an invitation. I just am full fucking steam ahead. And
But you're emotional.
yes, ride my emotional wave as a manifester does. And if you guys haven't watched our episode on human design, you can find it like 4 or so episodes back. We had a human design expert on, my friend Megan, and she's awesome. And she'll tell you about your human design and how you can find that. And if I am a fucking rock star, I'll remember to drop the link to her website in this one too, so that you can find it out here. Well, okay. I need to stop saying if I'm a rock star.
You already
I
are.
am a rock star. And if I want extra credit on this assignment.
No.
That's triggered, Ashley.
worse.
Hard. Okay. How is it worse?
Because then I don't know. That's just not good.
Just hated it.
I
Okay, that's fair.
hated it a lot.
That's fair. Okay, my little leg.
I had to fix my hair, and I think I made it worse.
I think it looks okay. It looks like not all of it might be in your clip, but I'm not sure. Oh, it's definitely worse. Maybe just live with your wild and free hair. On. What were we talking? Oh, self-trust.
Yes.
So I have been on a journey with my self-trust. Oh yeah, and we were talking about human design. So,
And our virtual sleepover.
yes. Do you think it's time for a card pull for our beautiful Your Soul Welcome listeners and watchers?
In a hot minute when I get my hair fixed.
Oh, okay. For sure. I get that. Okay.
I just can't handle it.
Get that. Sometimes you just want your hair how you want your fucking hair.
There's too much. So, what about braids? Braiding. That's a thing. That's a thing at a Slumber party, right? So I braided your hair before.
Yes. She gave me a little French braid, and it made me happy. And it made me feel like I was in middle school, like 8th grade and freshman year of high school, because I had a friend named Katie who would braid my hair. And wild. Also, playing with another adult's hair is underrated.
Yes.
In our present U.S. society. Right.
Agreed.
Like, I feel like getting your hair touched is fun.
It is.
It's so good. So, just let's bring back the playing with people's hair as adults. We did it as kids. We can do it as adults. It's a real thing. Because it doesn't feel any less good just because we're adults now. It still feels fantastic.
I had a friend one time who was like, one of her friends was having a hard time and went over to her house or something. Was like, will you just let me lay my head in your lap and you just rub my hair? And she was like, no, that's extra creepy. Weird. And I was like, that's so cool. I was like, you tell your friend she can come to my house and she can lay her head on my lap. And I'm here for.
For sure.
Because sometimes people just
I would probably put a pillow on me.
yeah,
but about it. Otherwise, you're so welcome to put your head in my lap. It does sound badly sailing. That looks so beautiful. Wait, lean forward just. My pocket just touch. Whoa. Do you feel better now?
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Okay.
You guys, it never gets old to say you're so welcome instead of so.
It doesn't, but I think that many of the people in our lives have gotten. Maybe. I don't know for sure.
I feel like that security. I have not witnessed anyone mad about it.
Me either. Okay, so I just picked up these cards. Which cards would you like me to pull from? I brought option.
What feels intuitively delicious? What cards are begging for your hands to hold them?
Well, these ones were out, so I grabbed.
Great. I love that. Do they feel good?
They do feel good. They do. The art is good.
What deck is it?
This is the Wild Goddess Oracle.
Yes.
I love
the name.
The Wild Offering Oracle by Tasha Silver. I picked this one up because the art is by my favorite artist. I saw it and it said Tasha Silver in big letters, and I was like, no, that's wrong. That's Katie Daisy. I know that art. That's wrong. That's incorrect. And then I was like, oh,
Prince.
Art by Katie Daisy. I was like, oh, okay. That's right.
Well, I feel like you should pull from that since it's an offering. I liked that word because we're doing it for our audience.
Ooh, yeah.
And as with all reading, take what feels like it's for you and leave what feels like it's not for you.
Offering. Tasha Silver. It says this is a 52 card deck.
Offering. Do we want to do a 3-card spread of
this one does not have a book.
Oh, that's okay. Well, it says stuff on the cards. Okay. We're not so good at tarot that we just know cards. Well, Ashley knows some of them.
And these aren't tarot, these are
Oracle.
So the message is really on the cards.
which is kind of nice. So I'm thinking like a 3-card spread of what the universe has in mind for our audience, like what they need to hear or what they need to vibe with, or
Okay.
maybe what will push them out of their comfort zone. Maybe that's the 1, 2, 3. What they need to hear, what they're ready to vibe with, and how they need to push themselves out of their comfort zone.
Okay. So what they need to hear,
Mm-hmm.
what they need to vibe.
Yeah,
with.
like,
So,
what's vibing for them right now?
what does that mean a little bit more?
Like, what is resonating with how they're resonating right now? What's a match for them, basically? Does that make sense? Like, what's an energetic match for them? What was the first one?
What they need to hear.
What they need to hear. What's an energetic, vibey match for them?
Okay. Where they are currently.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then how they need to push themselves out of their
Like an
comfort zone.
Like an action.
Perhaps,
kind of.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Or maybe just like a self-perception type thing. Yeah. It's still an action. It's just in your brain.
All right. I'm going to pull an action card out of the inspiration.
That's
deck.
such a good deck for that.
Yes.
Well, here, I'll grab that and shuffle it. Is that okay? Or did you want to shuffle it? Okay.
It's brand new and crunchy still. Brand new and crunchy. Do you want to pull the first 2 out of this?
Sure. Okay, I'll just cut one. The bottom one is calling. Okay. So then what they need to know right now, what you guys need to know right now, what the universe has for you,
Your message to hear,
is a card called Solitude. Do we want to be really cool? And I can hold this up to our close camera and you can like edit that part in.
Yeah, let's try to do
Okay. So here.
Or I can just like take a picture of it.
That might work easier.
Take a still.
Okay. We can do stills. So it's a card called Solitude. So this is what the universe wanted you to hear right now. Once you embrace the inner divine in your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing. I feel like they do. Be honest. So once you embrace the inner divine and your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, forcing or chasing. And I feel like really be in your own presence, in your own energy, and allow what you desire to come to you instead of having this really pushing energy. I did really think that actually.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
hope that's helpful for you guys too. And then the card for what is vibing for you guys currently, what's an energetic match for you. The card is called Challenges. And I'll show the camera just so that you remember what card to take a picture of. And it's unbearable situation. The card is called Challenges. Unbearable situations throw you directly into God's or the universe's arm if you are open. Please take over divine and guide the right action. Please take this burden and show me your will. So essentially, whatever is feeling crunchy or like friction or like conflict in your life right now, let yourself breathe with it and surrender into that knowing that the universe will show you the right path. And show you the right path might look like an idea that you are journaling on and it comes to you and you're, yes, that's the answer. Or maybe it comes to you in a dream if you have like really luscious vivid dreams that you remember. The universe speaks in such a beautiful way. And there's a variety of ways where if you just surrender to the universe's wisdom, she can show you what the next step might. Which again is a really good card also for me right now.
Yeah. And maybe too, to help with that, sometimes for me, I need to speak that.
Yes. Journaling out loud is such a vibe. Like opening your voice notes and just talking it out can feel so good.
Like sometimes saying out loud, okay, universe, I've been struggling with this and I am ready for you to
Guide me or show me.
Like show me. Yes, show.
Mhm. If you guys want to hear a version of me journaling out loud, I put a voice note recording inside the Back Pocket Besties Club from the time where we recorded 3 episodes in one day and none of the audio was available. It was all gone and it hit me really hard. And
That was tough.
God, it was so tough. So if you want to hear me really going through my process of processing a really intense emotion and kind of working through it, that journaling out loud session is hanging out in the Back Pocket Besties Club. Because we went with the If You Build It, They Will Come approach to the Back Pocket Besties Club. So there's for sure the content there. Here. At the time of recording, our one beautiful Back Pocket Bestie is in there. And I love that. And soon to be more. I'm really excited. And the Back Pocket Besties Club is only $5 a month. So you got bonus content and all the stuff we mentioned earlier.
We could do that little thing now where we slide in that little
Oh yeah,
Back
do that.
Besties.
We've got like a cute little self-promotion ad. Insert it here, future Ashley.
Yeah. Go Ashley, go.
I get you. Okay, so that was card 1. Card 2. Card 3 is about action steps. How are you ready to move into that next zone that expands you?
This deck I bought just very recently. I'd actually had my eye on this deck for months, and I took a picture of it months and months ago.
I didn't know that you had your eye on it. I thought you just saw it and got excited.
I didn't realize it either until I saw it in my photos.
And you were like, oh yeah, that deck, you manifested it.
I did.
Oh, the universe brought it right to you.
I know. I took a picture of it like the very first time that I went to Next Millennium.
Oh, a local crystal shop.
Like months and months and months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have the funds at the time to
sure.
splurge. By splurging. And so when we were at Mystic Fest, and I didn't realize it was the same one that I had saw or seen.
Speaking of the universe, you guys.
Prior, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
And it's such a good deck. It gives really good action steps, like really specific, beautiful ways that you can be in a relationship with yourself. What's the deck called again after?
It is Inspirational Vision.
And perhaps we.
And it's like come in this little box that
Hey, guys, don't it?
Like it's like a little curve. It looks like a little book, and it's got this little magnet thing. It opens up. And it's so beautiful. Just so scary. subscribe to with this little lamb.
Chilling out Max, relaxing on core,
Oh my gosh, she's cute.
popping some flowers.
Huck and him again. Same card's been hopping out at me repeatedly.
To essentially pay attention to your dreams.
All right. Here we go. Action. Just a little bit.
Because feeling safe is super important. And also, pushing yourself just a little bit is also super important.
Just a little bit too big for
That happened.
for my so I keep shuffling, and like as they're getting a little bit more worn,
Yeah.
they're getting
That's good. Well, because they've got a really beautiful, like, metallic coating on the side, like aqua metallic.
All right, I'm gonna stand them.
Okay.
How about you pull?
Oh, okay. Start. Oh, you are.
Yeah, just because I feel like this guy.
Okay.
Freaking.
Okay, well, the one that I pulled for you guys is called the Fire Dragon. Dragons live within our mind, and we must harness their fire. Oh, I'm really excited for what this card is. Lay it on us, Ashley.
Because some days you may feel so angry about an event that you want to breathe fire and brimstone and shout and cry all at once.
Yeah.
It's only human to be that way because life has many tips. Venting your desperate emotions is healthy and important, but within boundaries, of course. Okay. We're going to do a mind painting. A visualization.
Okay, so I should close my eyes. Okay. You guys can close your eyes too if you're not operating a motor vehicle or running or watching children. Okay.
Begin by visual in mind of your angry fire dragon struggling to come out. Does your angry fire trying to come out?
She's holding herself back like she's cowering. She's not like trapped by anything. It's all just self-inflicted. She's holding hers.
She takes her rage. You can open your eyes. After you do your mind painting of your angry, then do a real painting of your room. Or express yourself through dancing, piano playing, or singing. Pound some clay to create an expressive sculpture. When you're finished, take deep breaths, close your eyes, and softly relax. You will feel much better after expressing. Try not to take your anger out on yourself or others.
Wait, you mean like my mind dragon is literally doing in my vision? That's really funny. Maybe you guys are also struggling with anger because that's definitely a conversation I'm having with myself on how I need to express my anger, not as like outward hurtful word. I don't mean them. The phrase piece of shit has been coming out of my mouth. And like just in many a variety of circumstances. Not that I've been like directing them at a person, but like that is the like bullet that fires out of my mouth. And I don't want to direct that at anyone.
Whose is that?
It feels like an uncle, because my parents would never have said anything
Oh.
like that. It feels like something I heard from like an uncle figure or something like that. And maybe it wasn't specifically an uncle. It just, and maybe I saw it in a movie. Was it younger or something?
Right.
I was witness to many movies
Yeah.
that were too old for me.
Oh, yeah.
And so maybe as I was struggling with my childhood anger, that was like, oh, that's how you express anger.
Mhm.
So as I'm engaging with letting my anger out in the moment, that specific phrase keeps coming up for me. And like, if Carrie and I do have children, I cannot say that to a child.
Right.
That's unacceptable.
Right.
From me to me, dear
Right.
Kayla, that's unacceptable.
Right.
So that's a good prompt to find a different way to express my anger in the moment that is not self-inflicted. Because like my next go-to is like clutching a body part really hard, but that is a form of self-harm, and I do not engage with myself in that way anymore. That whenever my brain thinks about self-harm, we say, I see you thinking that, pot brain, and those actions are harmful to us, and we will not be doing those things. I think labeling your thoughts sometimes, or those actions as harmful, is helpful to your unconscious mind to like rewire when it thinks that is appropriate.
Right.
Like that has been coming through way fucking less for me.
Right.
Like just even the thought of self-harm has not been coming up for me very frequently at all, which is really great.
Yeah.
How does that card resonate for you?
Really well. Really well.
Yeah.
I have found myself when anger has come up for me late. I have been definitely not expressing it. I've been almost like shutting down instead.
Holding it in
Yeah.
instead.
And not even just like intentionally like holding it in, just being like, huh. Like
It's unsafe to feel this, or
I don't have the emotional capacity or energy to deal with it. And so, and also tolerate the situation. So it's just been a lot of, I feel like not necessarily shoving it, but just like trying to just like trying to cover it up as trying to be like, I don't have time for you to be anger. Like I can't see you as anger right now. So like I can put you in my pocket sadness and deal with.
oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Because usually, like according to my therapist,
Yeah.
like anger covers sadness. Anger covers so many
Right.
other emotions.
Yeah.
But in this scenario, you're covering anger with,
Yeah. Like I'm just like the anger is too much to deal with right now. Like, or I don't know. Or I'm just like, I don't have time to deal with the anger. I know I'm like,
yeah.
I guess I don't know how to, because I'm definitely aware though the interactions and things, while they do spark anger, there's definitely sadness.
Oh, for sure.
Um,
Well, and maybe does it feel like you're squashing your anger with another emotion? Or have you gotten really good at seeing your anger for what it is, a cover for sadness? Because in DBT, like you have been trained
Yeah.
very specifically to know what is behind your anger.
right.
So are you covering it or are you
Yeah.
just really good at seeing what's underneath it?
Maybe that's what it is. Because I don't feel like I have to go back for
That's
to
beautiful.
anger.
Because I am not good at that yet. I have not received like DBT. What is it? Dialectical behavior therapy. That is not the therapy that I did. So I am still working with myself on my anger.
But because I can feel angry, like I
Oh,
do,
for sure.
like I can feel angry. And when I do feel angry, it comes out as like, oh, I'm super frustrated right now, and I'm gonna go take a minute.
Mhm.
So, I don't feel so frustrated, and then I come back to the situation, or I'm super frustrated and I need a minute.
Don't have that skill yet. I am working on it. I feel like whatever I have to do is I'm gonna need to be vocal because that is my go-to. Well, and with my human design, like my throat is defined, and with manifestor specifically, much of our power is through our voice, and that is immediately my reaction is to get vocal.
Yeah.
But I need it to be with not hurtful words somehow. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like a guttural, like, blah. No, I don't know what it needs to be. Something that hopefully doesn't hurt my vocal cords.
That's why I made up the words like schnickelfritz and blargleberry snorflat.
That doesn't do it for me. Yeah, I think it's gonna need to be primal, like something that when I feel like I'm expressing my anger, it feels like it moves from my throat and my shoulders right here up into my head and out. And that's how I need to like
Dispel the energy.
yes. And then I feel better in my body, but then I feel guilty for saying the words that I've spoken out loud.
Okay.
And again, this has only been happening since I've been letting myself feel my anger in the moment. Prior to that, I just would shove it down and ignore it for a very long time until I exploded.
Yeah.
But my husband has kindly told me that my explosions are much less because I'm letting myself feel my anger in the moment instead of bottling it up.
Yeah.
Which is good. So
could you say in that moment, like, I'm feeling angry?
Yeah. I think that that's a good plan. I think I'm going to try that type of thing. Just like, anger. Yeah, what if I just scream the word anger?
Yeah.
Like a literal
Yes.
expression of it.
Because that's how I started too, is like with DBT, like, because I would start to be like, I would start to notice the anger and like be aware that anger was the easy thing to cover up all of my other, especially the sadness.
I've gotten much better friends with my sadness.
Yes. Well, sadness used to be very comfortable for me. Sadness is what I lived as a teenager because sadness was safe. I could be sad by myself. I could be sad in front of people and just be sad and quiet, and nobody would be sad because I could just be a moody, sad teenager over here in my space and just be emo and listen to my sad music and perpetuate my sad feeling all by my sad self, my sad room. By my...
Sure.
Right? Right? I mean, it does. It was, but I wasn't really in a place where I could like could not express anger. That was not acceptable.
Anger was never acceptable.
No.
Which is really hard for a manifester because our not self, when we're out of alignment, is immediately anger. And I feel like for most manifestors during childhood, because so little is in our control and we are initiators, creators, independent thinkers, we want to do things our own way.
Yeah.
Gotta be really hard on most manifestor children. Like if you're a parent and don't know human design.
Right.
Because how would they know? How would they know that if they don't know human design? And like for most of our parents' generation, that wasn't like a fucking thing that was the mainstream. Right. Even now, I don't know that it's mainstream yet.
Right.
Like, I think I'm very far down the hippie spirit.
Yeah. For sure. But so I would just be in my sad, safe space. Sad was easy. And that was safe. But anger was never. And so like figuring that out and figuring out how to be angry and like express like I'm feeling angry. It's not. And the people in my environment are very sensitive. And I love them. I'm also a very
sure.
And so being able to say, I am angry is not at you, at the situation. I am just full of anger right now. And it's so helpful. That was the most helpful step. And then, because then nobody else gets all twisted up in their own feelings or shame or whatever. And then I'm free to was able to feel my feelings and like move past that anger and get to whatever was underneath, which is usually sadness.
Yes. Well, I used to but we're in a really bad headache. I don't know if I need to like eat. Well, just like aimed. Sometimes that happens like over here. I don't think it's a medically concerning headache. If I thought that it was, I would. Yeah. But I think it happened.
Escalated.
Look, I have some medical anxiety. Okay.
I was like, wow.
My sweetheart to talk me down. Because I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Like that's where my brain goes. But that's I think it happens when something big shifts in my body, and I think that has happened through this conversation. I think it's just really interesting that it's on like this side and not this side. It probably has to do it like channels, energy. Anyway,
interesting.
Find new ways to express your anger, perhaps more consistently,
or just like when you're feeling it, just speak it. Like, oh, I'm feeling angry.
Yes. Well, and I remember having a conversation with my mom about how I was angry, but that anger was mine, not hers. I was like, my anger does not have a direction.
Yeah.
I'm not angry at you.
Yeah.
I just am angry.
Right. And that gets to be okay. You get to have your feelings.
You get to have yours. I get to have mine.
They're all valid. They're there for a reason.
For sure. So, anywho, you drew a second card, didn't you?
I shuffled it back in.
A little shuffling hands just today. Okay. Well, beautiful. That was basically a really decent window into what our actual slumber parties look like. We call them giggle.
Yeah, I'll give them that.
And it's not always a sleepover. It's just us hanging out like a Friday night chilling.
Yeah.
Pulling cards and getting deep.
Oh, For
So, thank you for coming along on this journey, Mama. It's such an honor to do life together with you. And oh, we didn't mention it yet in this episode, but we did create a free Facebook community also. It's called Soul Fellowship, and it lives on Facebook, and anyone can join it. So if the Back Pocket Besties Club, that $5 a month isn't feasible for you, you can join the Soul Fellowship. And we're really great about posting like the spiritual or uplifting memes or like validating artwork.
Yeah. Lots of cute stuff going on in there.
And I feel like deeper conversations are starting to happen too, which is really nice. So great. Not just us shouting memes into the void.
Yes.
It's people commenting and us. Yeah, everyone just kind of sharing. So that's the direction we're hoping it goes in. I feel like we're flowing in a good way.
Yeah.
So you're so welcome to join us there.
I would love.
For sure. Anything else, Big Bird?
Nope. I think we did it, Big Bird.
We so did it. All right. Oh, yeah. The kiss is integral.
Yeah, for sure.